Okay, we're going to take a quick look at what a stretch does to a parabola. Now, a stretch is always identified as the number out in front of the x squared. So it's always a number out in front. So it could look like y equals 2x to the squared. It'll always be that number there. All right? Now, so if we just make a slider out of k, make any value, right now it's 1. And if you take a look at the graph, if you go over 1 and up 1, you get to the next point. So that's how I know that this has a stretch of 1, which we basically ignore and we don't really write a stretch of 1. But if it doesn't have a stretch of 1, let's say it has a stretch of 1, well, let's say it has a stretch of 2. We won't, that number in front is a 2. Now, if we take a look and if we move over 1, we will notice that we go up 2 to the next point, and our next point is at 1 and 2. So a vertical stretch basically just makes the graph wider or skinnier in shape. It makes the vertical values bigger or smaller. And you can identify that by the number that's in front of the x squared. But if you don't know what that value is, if you don't know if it's 1.5 or you can't really determine it, then all you have to do is take your graph and find some point on the graph that you're comfortable with, that you know exactly, or that may be given. For example, there's a point 2 and 6. If you were to substitute that into your equation, 2 and 6, you would then be able to find k. So it's just a substitution issue and find k algebraically.